Welcome back, everyone. So today we're going to follow up on our last week's video that was introducing wheat and weight loss. So it's just going to be the basics because it can be kind of complicated, but I just wanted to start off by explaining again just a recap of why you might want to consider this. And it's first of all because inflammation, wheat and gluten can have, even if you're not celiac, can have a sort of inflammatory effect on some people's digestive tract, and it can spread throughout joints and all that. So that would be one reason. The other thing too, if you are looking to reduce your weight or reduce fat in your body, it has a way of absorbing and developing fat in your abdominal area, and then also to induce craving. So we want to try and just see if we can clean that up for you. And the first thing that we're going to address, or I'm going to address, is where is gluten found? So this is a very, very brief just synopsis of it, and I'm going to give you some links where you can go into much greater depth on this. But for example, things like whole wheat pasta, breads, baked goods, pancake mix, stuffing mix, all of those types of things, they have gluten in them. And then there are some hidden areas where you might not even expect it. So starting off, for example, because remember that gluten is a thickening agent, so things like soups, supplements, candies, luncheon meats, and even beer, those have gluten in them, and they can also cause a reaction in your body. And one of the things I wanted to address is a lot of people, unless you're celiac, don't worry too much about avoiding oats, really, because there's a possibility that they can be cross-contaminated in production, but it's very minimal. So I would just honestly, if you want to start eating oatmeal, or if you've been avoiding it, go ahead, you'll be fine. And then the links that I wanted to give you that will actually give you further information, I'll give them to you at the end of the episode, and then you can just kind of go from there and do your own research. So now that we know the types of things that you want to try and remove and avoid, what can we introduce? So first of all, a lot of people that do go gluten-free, they end up being deficient in vitamins and minerals, especially the B vitamins that are really present in these grains. So you want to make sure that you're conscious about adding them back in. So substitutes to couscous and pasta, for example, you could do quinoa, millet, amaranth. Chickpeas and legumes are also an excellent source of complex carbohydrates. Substitute for breads and baked goods, you can do, again, quinoa bread, amaranth bread, buckwheat bread. And just remember, though, that when you are looking into gluten-free products and breads, things like cornstarch, tapioca starch, rice starch, those can have an effect that would raise the blood sugar levels in your body. So consume them to a moderate degree, or just try and go for products that don't have them in them at all, which would be fantastic for you. And the other replacement that you can go ahead and start incorporating is simple, and it's vegetables, nuts, whole foods. Just remember that just because you remove bread that's wheat and gluten, it doesn't mean you have to add bread from another source. You can just mix it up and just try just having vegetables as your source of fiber for a while if you want, because you don't want to just replace a bunch of grains with another bunch of grains and still have a very high intake of carbohydrates. So I just wanted to give you an idea of where you can buy some snacks. So first of all, other than vegetables, nuts, and whole foods, just remember that when you are looking for snacks, that a lot of them have sugar in them, and just to add some flavor and texture, and you don't really need that. So watch for the sugar intake. You shouldn't go for more than 10, 12 grams per serving. And so from Pure Pharmacy, which I have to give it to them, they have an excellent supply of gluten-free products that don't have blood-raising elements in them. So first of all, I was talking about amaranth. Amaranth is very similar to quinoa, so I didn't bring quinoa on here, but as you can see, it'll come in a bag like this, and you cook it very similar to quinoa. You can use it for breakfast, you can use it as a side dish. It's a little bit more, it's actually more glutinous in a way that it's a little bit more soft and creamy, so that's an excellent alternative as well. When it comes to some snacks, This Holy Noggin, for example, is an excellent bar, but it's gluten-free, dairy-free, very low in natural sugars, and that's an alternative that you can use as well, also found at Pure. And then other things like these are the types of brands and the types of things that you're generally looking for, that they don't have a lot of added sugar, that they are not loaded with other fillers and preservatives. They're all generally all organic. And things like kale chips, that would be an excellent source of snack to replace something like potato chips or crackers. Quinoa crackers is an excellent choice because it comes with added minerals and stuff like rock salt. And then if you're looking for a little treat that you can just have at home, quinoa cookies are excellent because they have natural sugars and cacao. So they're all very simply made, but they can still replace a lot of those added things that you might be having from baked goods. So now, other places, things like Choices, Whole Foods, and I just wanted to tell you, there's a brand called, it's For the Love of Food, and it's by a wonderful chef and holistic nutritionist named Julie Beyer. And you can find her products throughout Vancouver, but if you check out loveoffood.ca, you can actually see where her products are and what the philosophy is, because there's excellent gluten-free, low in sugar, and some even that are recommended for weight loss. And then on the side, so some places if you wanted to go check out locally in Vancouver, Lemonade on Canby and 18th is an excellent choice. A lot of gluten-free products, organic, very well done, and decadent desserts. And Aphrodite's on West 4th and Dunbar, they have a menu, so you can actually go there and eat throughout the entire day, but they also have pies as well. And if you wanted to go to Broadway and near Broadway and you, a place called Edible Flowers, it's a small little shop, but they have beautiful cookies and baked goods and scones. It's all so wonderfully done. So the conclusion to this is that it's a little bit more complicated. Like I said, there's a lot of areas that gluten is hidden. So you will check out the links and then you can see them from there, what you might want to remove. But I just want to leave you with the fact that, again, unless it's like a celiac condition, take this slowly. Don't try and eliminate all gluten from your diet. Just do it slowly so it's sustainable, so it's maintainable. And just remember that one of the reasons why I'm suggesting this is also to remove an excess amount of carbohydrates from your diet. So again, don't replace a lot of wheat grains and other grains with an overconsumption of these types of snacks. It's just to be done in moderation. So enjoy yourself, have fun, and then I'll see you next week. Thank you.